I'm about 20 miles away from Palm Springs right now, and you can see, you can't see, but the mountains are getting bigger. And, oops, just hit my little danglies. I'm not gonna lie, I've been super nervous about doing this, just because my body's still really kind of funky from the hernia surgery and the hair surgery too. Like I've had when I'm moving around or I get any sort of like really high blood pressure, I start to get a little dizzy, and so I've been nervous about tackling this, especially because it's so hot and the elevation goes from like 8,600 feet to about 11,000 and something. And a couple of my friends were like, "Oh, I don't know if you should do this. I don't know if you should do this." And so even this morning, my alarm went off, and I was like, "Oh man, I don't know." But just now looking up and seeing it, these big old mountains, I got a little surge of excitement. Felt got some goosebumps and had a little adrenaline kick. So I just went from being nervous to excited. One thing that just popped in my head, and I don't like to brag, but I'm going to brag a little bit, is I think California is such an amazing place. So when I started my drive this morning, I'm driving by the coast, so I couldn't see it, but I know where the ocean's at, and I've driven by that thing hundreds of times. And now I'm out in the desert, and you can see, like, look how just barren it is. It's completely different. You see, like, the little, what are those things, the wind turbines and stuff are going, and it's amazing that, 2.5 hours later, I can be in it's like a completely different land. And I don't know, this is so beautiful, I think, in its own way, and it's one of the things that just makes California such a spectacular place.
Black maple and a great deal of wild grape vine.
I've officially begun my hike. Headphones are in, cameras are ready. Look how pretty it is. So pretty. Starting at about 8:40. I can't take too many pictures, otherwise I'm gonna be out here all day and it's gonna get hot. This is the best thing I could have done for myself. I'm about 45 minutes in the hike and up to almost 9,000 feet or so. And I've been feeling so sorry for myself for the last 2 months, because all these, I can't do this, I can't do that. And when my alarm went off at 3:20 this morning, I was so close to just saying, "Oh, the hell with it," make up some excuse. Even coming here, I was ready to make excuses about not to do it, but it just shows you that you want to change the way you feel. You want to change the way you feel about yourself. You want to change the way you feel about the situation. You have to change the situation. If I would have bailed on this and not tried, I'd have been so pissed. Especially knowing how I feel now, I'd have been so pissed. Not only that, it had just been me basically saying, "You know what? I'm happy feeling shitty. I'm happy not moving," which I'm not. I'm miserable. So actually going out here and doing this, and look how beautiful this is. What's that saying? You change your thoughts, you change the world. So if you're watching this when you're having an off day or you're feeling down, change it. Put yourself in a different position. Get up and go for a run. Whatever it takes. You have the power to change. And I'm living that right now, because I woke up with doubt and fear. And the higher I go, the more amazing I feel. I haven't stopped having goosebumps. I can't stop smiling. I'm so happy being out here right now. This is the best thing I could have done. And just like that, there's the summit. I'll show you some views when I get all the way there. Inside the shelter on top of Mount Jacinto. Little fact about life. It's meant to be lived. At the top. So pretty. And there's where I started. That green part. There's Palm Springs. little sign. Now the summit's been done before it got too hot. Take a few more pictures coming down. Actually, I'm trying to take too many because I don't have my camera with me. It's at back at the doctor's, so I have my other one that's, and I want to get back down and go and explore around Palm Springs for a few hours before I head back home. And it's 200-mile drive. Without traffic, it's 3 hours. So, but I tell you that was the best thing I could have done for myself. I feel so good. I feel back like myself, like, you know, physically strong now. Just that sense of accomplishment. Yeah, it's awesome. And I can't believe I almost didn't do it. If I would have known what I know now, and I think that's what a lot of times it is with challenges or facing fears and stuff, is so often we back away from it. And we never get to know what it's like to actually face them and accept and rise up to the challenge. And I gotta tell you, from just doing this one and being scared, listening to people say, oh, I don't know if you should do it, might be too much. I don't know if you're ready for it. Me telling myself that. This is one of the best things I've ever done for myself, because it makes me feel like, you know, I'm back in charge. And yeah, fuck. So awesome. Challenge yourself. It's worth it. This is what I was talking about earlier. California is so amazing. I'm in the middle of the desert, and then you come up this high up and look at this. These big old trees. Like I was saying earlier about California being such an amazing place because of the diversity of it, and how you can start the day on the coast, be in the morning in the desert and the mountains. And I'm driving home right now, and I'm going to last like 20 minutes before I get home and look at my view going home. Like I said, I don't like to brag, but it's pretty friggin'. Sorry about all the stuff on my window too. I even washed them the other day. Those are just washing spots. But I mean, I don't know. I've done this drive hundreds and hundreds of times over the last 10 or so years I've lived down here, and it's still like, I hate having to drive. I just wish I could sit in the passenger seat and have somebody drive right here, because I could stare at this all day.